just want to make a quick video on this 2000 Dodge Dakota. This has got the 3.9 V6. This thing's only got like 51,000 miles on it. And I'm doing a heater core job, and there's just not a lot of videos about it. So, and since it's such a difficult process, I figured I'd make a quick video, maybe help somebody out. Where do I start? Let's start with the column. So, steering column. I didn't take fully out because I didn't want to disconnect any of these wires, as many as there are down here. The only thing that I did disconnect is, if I could find it down here, this guy here. There's this like little copper wire. Honestly, I have no idea what it does, but it connects onto the steering column. That's the only thing I took off because it's connected to the dash, and the dash pulls back. You don't want to rip that wire. So, drop the steering column. I just put it to the side because you don't need to take the dash completely out on this thing. All the top screws got to come out. You got to take the kick panels off. And you got to take this off as well. And there's a couple bolts I didn't see at first, but I didn't think I had to take this off. We got to take this off because, as you see right down here, that covers this right here. And behind this, there's two screws. You can see 1 and 2, and it bolts the dash on down there. So when you get the top ones loose, it feels like it's going to come out. It only feels like there's wires holding it. Just got to be careful. You don't want to bend that plate or break the bottom of the console or the dashboard. And so don't forget those two down there. And then you get these two big ones down here. The radio cable, this connects to the resistor up there, which if yours is bad, you probably want to replace it now because you got to pull the dash to get to that. There's a couple other stragglers. But for the most part, that's all you really need to take that off. It's actually pretty straightforward. Although when you're taking the dash out, you probably want to take off these pillar plastics because you can kind of scratch them. You can see over there, one's scratched. So just make sure that you keep an eye on those corners. They're sharp. Okay, moving on. This thing is held on by studs. 1, 2, 3, 4. That one came out of the box. Those 4 studs hold it in. And then the 2 heater core lines and the 2 AC lines. So I'm just using a 1/4-inch air ratchet with some swivels and extensions to get to those. You will need a deep dish though on the ones that are longer. Let's see here. I just clamp it. They say, oh, you need a drain of coolant. That's not true. As long as you clamp them, I have one clamp over here and a clamp right there. That works just fine. And then the AC lines, whatever you do, don't be like me. I'm not a full-time mechanic. And try making anything for the AC quick connect or disconnect tool or whatever. I've tried, like a cap, completely circle, which Dremel it out. It actually is almost circular, and the reason it didn't work is because I kind of finagled it in the first place, so it kind of married up just the aluminum, just enough for it not to be a spring problem, and I don't know. Anywho, just fucking I just went to Harbor Freight, and I picked up the set. It's like $4. This one right here, the 6-piece fuel line and AC, and then use the 3/4 and the 5/8 to do those. Just, I know it might seem like, oh, well, why don't you use the right tool in the first place? Well, the store was closed and it was late last night and I just tried to get anything to work, but that was not the case. It only made it worse for me. So just buy the right tool for that. What else? When you get the box loose, you could pretty much pull it out of there just by having it sitting on the seat like that. And I did notice when you get all these top bolts off, this may seem like a no-brainer to anybody, but, you know, if you're watching a video, it's nice to just know everything. There's not just top bolts on this. There's also ones that go to the bottom up into it. So it may feel like it's loose, but it's actually got the ones on the bottom. And actually, this vacuum fucking switch, it bolts on right here, and it covers 2 bolts right there that hold this down the bottom, so you can't even see those down there, and you may just think it's sticky. And then this also sticks to the top, so there's that. And right here, right where that plastic little dowel goes, there's this thing, which I don't know what the fuck that's called, but you got to take that off and try not to ruin it, because assuming you're going to put it back on, but that's the last thing that's holding it on there. And so moving forward, these tabs, which I thought were like clipped onto this, it's not. There's actually a screw right here, and that holds the bottom of it down. It screws right into the metal there. So just be careful when you think, I was pulling on it thinking it was just clipped in there, but it wasn't. I mean, then again, it might be a no-brainer to some people, but you know, sometimes you overlook stuff on a job like this. This probably be a good time to clean out your box as well. Or if, I mean, you're up to, I don't know how much these cost. I forget what that's called, but if you're already in here, like I said, and you like this truck so much you want to put money into it, you probably ought to replace that. The resistor, if that's bad, or if you have a lot of miles on it. Just stuff I would do, because I'm not pulling a dash to do all that. And compared to the new and old here, this one, I'm not even joking, is like it weighs about a pound. Like, it's firm. This doesn't weigh a fucking thing. You can just listen to that fall and listen. Like, it's just, this thing is just fried. I mean, it weighs so much, and it's clogged. There's absolutely no heat going through this. Let's see what else. Oh yeah, when you're getting the box off, you can't even see this because it's by the column side, and you can't really look behind the box. But this vacuum line goes to this right here, and it goes through that. So just come through here, and you can pop it off right there. Then it'll pull out. You don't want to rip that line. So I think that's it. Yeah, you got to pull that air carrier off the bottom too to get to some screws, or to get to that vacuum pump screws that gets to the top of this screws. This whole vehicle is overlapping stuff. Take one thing off to get to the another thing, to get to another thing, to get to another thing. This is just ridiculous, but yeah, that's all. That's about it. So, and these kick panels, I'm a GM guy, so when I took these off, my natural instinct is actually to pull it out. Usually on GMs, they'll have one clip here in the middle that pops in. On these ones, they slide out. So actually, if you just grab it and pull straight back, that's how you take them off. I'm sure these do pop out of the body, but they don't seem to pop back in the body very well. So it's just better just that it's just got 2 here, and it just slides right on. So if you're not used to Dodge, and I'm not either, just make sure you pull on those and not, or pull them straight back and not and straight forward. And yeah, that's cool. So hopefully this helps anybody out there. I probably will like rebead this. I don't know what they used exactly, but it'd probably be a good idea to reapply that shit to keep that box all good in the hood. So, all right, take care, everyone.